Let's start creating a curtain wall, pattern-based curtain wall to attach a system to. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new conceptual mass. And we'll save it right away with a name. Curtain wall video. And we'll go ahead and, well, we'll work with an idea of where we're going to go with a form. So as we import it into another model. So I'm going to go ahead and offset this just to get offset some of these reference lines. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make this whole idea as this curtain wall is going to be about 90 feet wide. So this is going to be 45 to one side. We'll copy it 90 to the other, so it's 45 on both sides. I made it a feature on the one that I had done that left like a 28 feet section here. So let's go ahead and create some form. So that's our center line. I guess the other point we might want is something that's midway between these two. Let's see what the distance is here. That's 62, so we want something 31 feet. So I'm going to grab this and offset it 31 feet. And it looks a little screwy because we got that center line there. And then let's have this one, we're going to make a curve here, so we're going to grab that and I'll make that protrude. And let's come out 16 feet, let's say. So let me go ahead and create a few lines here. I used the wrong technique there. Oops. Let me undo a couple steps here. Grab this. I think it's the first, the last, and then the point. Okay, so if we look at this from a 3D view, we now have this continuous line that will create our form. And we don't have a level yet. So let's look at this from a south elevation. And let's make a new level. I don't quite remember what it is, but I think it's something around 50 sticking in my mind. So we'll use 50 for now. And we'll grab this. Well, actually what we want to do is we want to avoid that kind of an error. I'm going to grab this form. I don't know why let's go to 3D view here. There we go. I can pull that up till it's there. Now I always have this problem because of the way I generated this geometry here. I need that corner point. There we go. Let's see if I can pull that up until it hits that reference point. Okay, so now I have that all up at 50 feet. And we can grab the surface and divide it off. And let's work with fixed distances. So I'm going to change these both to fixed distances. I know our horizontal grid is 12'6". That's like our floor levels. And let's say we want to make the panels a fixed distance of, let's say, 10 feet. And we have some issues about alignment, but we won't concern ourselves with that right away. It's centered on the two panels. we've got a little bit of a, let's see if I can make a, it's justified center, so let's see what's going on here. Yeah, if I made those just a little bit wider, they would take care of themselves. Let's go to 11 feet. See what happens. No, I'm going to be always in that same. Let's see if we make it 8. That makes it a little more uniform. So I'll change this one to 8 also. And we now have no pattern applied to that. So this is where we actually bring in our panel we've created. Let's see where we're at here. I'm going to close this drawing off. Close off that drawing. And there's the curtain panel. So we're going to load that into the project, into the curtain wall. And now if we grab both of these and go from no pattern to curtain panel video, there we have our panels inserted into the system. And the problem here is this surface is on the wrong side, so we'll do component flip and bring that around to the other side. So that's a good start for panelizing the system very quickly. Like I said, we don't have good divisions, and this won't show up necessarily until we get to rendering phases, but we won't get good divisions between the panels, so we need to put a little bit of bead around that. Let's go ahead and see if we select these, and I'd like to edit. We can't get an edit there. I'm going to go into and grab one of the panels. And let's see if I select all instances. We're not selecting them. I'm trying to get a global change for the instance of the panel's column depth. So let's see what happens if I tab through here again one more time. I've grabbed that panel and I'm getting beam depth reporting for that one, but I'm not able to grab select all instances in entire project. All right, we've got them all, and we can, let's say we just, to make this dramatic, we'll change this to 6 foot. And we see the first problem that comes into the idea of the way we expanded those beams out. And I kind of left that in because it would be something that would typically happen. And I wanted to go through fixing it. So if you look at our elements, we've expanded the beam out on the bottom side, but it stays the same on the top side. So let's go ahead and edit one of these. And I still have it open, so let's go to this. So we have this dimension there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, I'm going to dissolve it, and that leaves us with the two shapes, one on both ends. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this one a reference again also. And I'm going to select that and change this to that same parameter. And now hopefully when we grab this, and the other one, we create a form. And I've got to change it back to glass material. I'll save that. And we want to load it back into the curtain wall video, as I've called it. And we'll overwrite the existing parameters. And now that straightens out that idea of the glass getting deeper through the assembly. So that's a good place to end this section of the clip, and we'll pick up with adding the few last details that we want to add to this in the next 2 clips or so.